let me explain to you how we got the drum. Long time ago, this was before there were humans on the earth. There were this group of people that were living under the earth, and they're called Pte Oyate. Now today, a lot of people, they think that means buffalo. So some people will say Pte Oyate means Buffalo Nation. No, it doesn't. No, 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 no. Buffalo is Ptech Chaka. That's buffalo. A buffalo bull is Tatanka. Okay, so again, Tatanka is buffalo bull, not just buffalo. Tatanka is a buffalo bull. A buffalo is Ptechchaka. Ptechchaka, that's buffalo. Human is Ikche. So the human nation is Ikche Oyate. Okay? Now, long time ago, under the earth, there was this group of people called Pte. They were created by Wakantanka. Wakantanka is not God. This is a Christian definition. Remember what I said about the Christian brainwashing that happened on the reservation? During that time period, they changed the definitions of some Lakota words, and this is one of them. Wakantanka is an organization, and there's more than one. And again, you better be careful and don't be going in a dualistic way, because some people will say, but which one is the better one? You see, that's dualistic. That's unhealthy. It's not a good way to think. There's more than one Wakantanka, and neither one is more important than the other. They just work in different ways. That's why it's mysterious. So there's more than one, and this is not God. There is no creator. There's a bunch of them. Okay? And their organization is called Wakantanka. And there's more than one of those groups. Alright? So one group made this Pte Oyate. There's a being from another part of the universe that brought these lights. These lights were alive. They're like a fruit. They glow white. And this being is called Tayamanipha. There's a special opening in the universe. It's in the sky that we can see. It's in the middle of a certain constellation. And there's a passageway through there. And this Tayamanipha came through there. And he had all these lights with him. And he came through this opening from another part of the universe and put them under the earth. So I'm really leaving some things out, because there's a lot of New Agers that listen to this show, and they want to use information that I give, and they want to use it for their own, and they're going to take credit for it. They're not going to give me credit. So that's why I'm really careful with what I say. But if you're my student, or if you have my book, you know where this is coming from. You know the name of that constellation as well. So it came under the earth, and it put these lights there. Then the Wakantanka organization went down there and started assembling these lights into people. And this, they created Pte Oyate. They're human in form, but they're not human. And they're not animals either. Okay? They're human in form, but they are not human. And they lived under the earth for a really long time. Then one group of them came on the earth. I'm really going to tell the short version of the story, okay? This Wakantanka organization, they always met in certain places around the earth. Now, at that time, the earth only had one continent, okay? And wherever they met, this giant bear used to walk over there, and he would pretend to sleep near their meeting place. He's a giant bear, and he walks on two legs, his back legs. He's two-legged. His name was Hunum. That means two-legged. So he walked upright all the time. And whenever they had their meetings, he would go over there and he would pretend to be asleep. So whenever they had their meetings, he heard what they said. He learned their songs, and he learned their prayers. And he wanted to become a member of this Wakantanka organization. So he thought of a cool plan to do it. So he went under the earth, and he met with the leader of the Pte Oyate. The leader's name was Tatanka. And so this Hunum said to Tatanka, he said, I can help you to become a member of the Wakantanka. But if you get in, you have to take me with you. I will teach you some songs that the Wakantanka sing, and I will show you how to make a drum and rattles, and then they're going to hear you sing, and they're going to really like it because there's millions and millions of Pte people under the earth. And they're going to hear all of you singing that, and it's going to really make them feel good. And they're going to say, who taught you these things? And then you come forward, and then you say, the bear did. The giant bear taught me. And they're going to say, we want to make you a member of our group, our Wakantanka group. And then you have to say, I will join, but it was the bear who taught us these things. It was the bear who taught us how to make a drum. So if you bring me, you have to bring the bear. And if the Wakantanka agree, then we both join. That was the plan. Okay? So then Tatanka said, okay, that sounds like a good plan. So the bear taught Tatanka all the songs, the sacred songs. The bear taught Tatanka also how to make drums and rattles. And he said, now teach your people. So he said, okay. So the word spread. They started teaching, and others were teaching others and others and others until everybody knew the songs. And they all had drums, drumsticks and rattles and things like that. And so the bear came back later, and he said to Tatanka, okay, they're going to meet pretty soon. So get ready to sing. So he said, okay. So they got the people all ready, and then that time came. So the giant bear told Tatanka, okay, now sing. So then they started singing. It's really loud boom under the earth. They were singing, hitting the drum and singing these songs. Wakia heard it. Wakia is the thunder being. And she heard this. And so she flew over to where it was. She thought, is there another Wakia here? Because at that time there was only one Wakia. So she was flying around trying to see, and then she realized it was coming from under the ground. So she went under the ground and saw all these Pte Oyate hitting drums and singing these songs, and the women were shaking rattles. And it really made her feel good. And the people got scared because this is a thunder being, yeah? But they kept singing until the song was done. And then Wakia said, who's your leader? And so they pointed him out. So she went and talked to Tatanka and said, who taught you these songs? She said, geez, that really makes me feel good, she said. I'm going to give my power to the drum. She said, anytime you feel bad, anytime you feel lonesome or sad or angry, hit the drum, she said. You don't even have to sing, just hit the drum in a steady beat. Now, not this, not like that, but a steady beat, boom, 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 like that. You're going to feel good. It's going to make you feel good. It's going to cleanse the area around you. So the unhealthy energy is cleansed away. It's going to be balanced out. This is how you bring balance, by hitting the drum. And you won't be scared anymore. You won't be angry anymore. You won't be sad anymore. You won't be lonely anymore. So she gave this cleansing power to the drum. And then after that, she said, I want to make you Wakantanka. She said, come with me. There's a meeting happening right now. She said, come with me. I want to make you Wakantanka. But the others have to approve. Tatanka said, okay. So Tatanka went with Wakia to this meeting. And she told the Wakantanka what happened. And they thought, geez, that's good. So they said, yeah, we would like to make you Wakantanka. So Tatanka said, I will join you, but you have to allow the bear to come too, because the bear, the giant bear, Hunum, taught us these songs. If he didn't teach us these songs, we wouldn't know it. So it's because of him. So if you want me to join, you have to let the bear join too. So they agreed. So Tatanka, the leader of the Pte Oyate, and the giant bear, Hunum, were both then added to the Wakantanka organization. Remember, they're not human. Yeah? The Pte people are not human. And they're not animals either, but they have the form of a human. So at that time, that's how it was. Now there's more stories after this, but this is the important part. So from this we learn that the drum has sacred cleansing power. This is really important to know. This is a Lakota star knowledge story. This is really ancient. So whenever you're lonely, grab a drum. Don't go to the bar. That's temporary. Get a drum. That's permanent. And then you'll think better too. Yeah, it clears your mind. So you start to think of things to do that need to be done, healthy things. And then you'll do okay. So that's how we got the drum. And that has the cleansing power of Wakia. Now today, see, remember that Christian brainwashing experience. Because of that experience, most Lakota people don't know the story I just told you. So they interpret the drum as being the heartbeat of Mother Earth. And that's a nice thought. No matter how you look at it, it's a sacred thing. Whether you look at it from the powwow perspective or the Lakota star knowledge perspective, either way, it's a sacred thing. That today you have young people who can't speak Lakota language, and they're all acting very, very bad around the drum. They're attacking other drummers from other drum groups. They talk bad, they cuss at each other. They talk about a woman's ass, a woman's tits. They talk about fucking around the drum. And this is dishonoring the drum. So, and a lot of these guys, they hit the drum to see who can hit it the loudest. And that's not our way. So a lot of these young Lakota people who are sitting around the drum, they are breaking Lakota traditions. They're breaking Lakota virtues. And when you sing an honor song, you're supposed to take your cap off. If you're wearing a cap, you're supposed to take it off. But they don't do that. Now, a lot of these young Lakota people, they are taught these traditions, but they don't do it. So that's a problem. So what should happen is that they should not be allowed to sit at the drum because they have not earned that right to do so. They have the knowledge, but they don't obey it. They don't follow it, which means they do not believe in it. And if they do not believe in the drum, then they shouldn't be sitting around it. They should not be singing because it's a sacred thing. So we had a drummer from the Cheyenne River Sioux tribe verbally assault a young Lakota man from the Standing Rock Sioux Reservation, saying, "You shouldn't be singing. You don't even sound right." He said that in public, in front of a lot of people. That is dishonorable. So that young guy has to be taken aside and say, "You can't sit at the drum anymore because you broke the drum tradition." And the other thing is the word Lakota means allies, to be allies. So here you had a Cheyenne River Lakota guy verbally assaulting a Hunkpapa Lakota guy. So the Cheyenne River guy was not being Lakota. When you look at the older guys, when they come to a powwow, when they see each other, they go shake each other's hands. It's good to see you. I wish that you sing really good this weekend. And they say, Nijia. Yes, you too. They wish that among each other because they're Lakota. Lakota means allies. But today, they're singing for the money. A lot of these contest powwows, these drum groups do not follow their traditions, and the only reason why they're there is to compete for the money, the prize money. So they're not there to make the people feel good. They're there to win the money. Because see, the traditional, original way in sitting at a drum is to make the people feel good. Not you, but the people. You're singing for the people. You don't sing for yourself. That's the Lakota way of thinking. And a lot of these young Lakota guys, they don't think like that. Some of them, they know these traditions, but they don't follow it. They blatantly break Lakota tradition. And they think in a non-linear way. They think that if they sing really good, they think they're better than others. And so they separate themselves. They put themselves above others. And that's how they bring duality to the drum. So they're violating the drum. And when you mess with the power of cleansing, that's going to come back against you 4 times as strong. This is why people who violate these traditions, they need to be taken away from the drum, because if they continue to do so, something really, really, really bad is going to happen to them. This is not a punishment. They did this to themselves. Because in the Lakota way, how you do something, how you say something, whatever energy you use in that, that's going to return to you 4 times as strong. So these young guys that are disrespecting women, disrespecting other singers at the drum, they're disrespecting Wakia. And that's somebody you do not want to disrespect, because that's going to come back against them 4 times as strong. Wakia is not going to do anything. It's the energy that you send out. Nature multiplies that by 4 and sends it back to you. So you're the one that's doing it. You're the one that's fucking yourself up. Now don't confuse this with difficulties, because some difficulties happen out of the blue, and it's not because of anything you did. That's something different. What I'm talking about is when you blatantly send out an unhealthy energy, it's going to come back to you 4 times as strong. So I really feel sorry for these young Lakota guys, because they're going to fuck themselves up. So I'm just saying this as in an educational way, to really watch the way you communicate. If you are healthy, you have nothing to worry about. I just ask that you think about this, okay? For us, everything is circular, so we have no word for goodbye. So instead we say, until next time, which in Lakota is Doksha Ake.